Hi, I'm Chris Stirewalt, and it's time for Power Play. Vacation season is winding down. People are thinking about football. They're thinking about school. They're thinking about running for president. Well, maybe if you are Joseph Robinette Biden, Vice President of these United States, back from vacation, ready to get into things, and a promise, self-imposed deadline for making a decision about running for president. Well, that'd be kind of a big thing to do. How will that go? What would happen if he did, and will he really? We talk to people who know. So in this case, the people who know include Ford O'Connell. He is a Republican strategist. McCain, every campaign that comes through has to hire Ford, apparently. He's got something in his contract clause, but he is the chairman of the Civic Forum PAC, PBD. Also PBD is Brad Woodhouse. He is the president of a pro-Hillary Clinton super PAC, Correct the Record, which his job is to send me emails and say, no, she never said that.
Exactly.
That's exactly what Brad's PAC is for, is to send those emails. She never said that. All right, so here's a question, and I don't expect you to be impartial as it relates to the woman who you believe should be the next president of the United States. But inside the psychology of Joe Biden, you got a guy who ran for president twice before. And regardless of what Hillary Clinton's ultimate chances are in the polls right now, it's not been a cheery summer for her. And Joe Biden, when we look at the Quinnipiac swing state poll that was out this week, you see numbers that say Joe Biden does as well or better than her in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, in Florida. If you're Joe Biden, why wouldn't you give it a shot?
Well, look, he might. I mean, one thing is he's run for president before, twice before.
88 and 08.
Correct. He knows what it takes. And it does take a lot to run for president. Look, it took a lot for him to get 1% in Iowa in 2008.
Ooh.
And, but it takes a lot of time. No, I'm not.
Did he beat Chris Dodd, or did he tie Chris Dodd?
I think he tied Chris Dodd. And I'm not disparaging the vice president. What I'm saying is he knows it takes a lot to build that type of
vice president now.
Campaign.
Exactly.
He
That's the difference.
He is vice president right now. But let me take just a little bit.
Right.
What I think Joe Biden, or anyone who's looking to get in the Democratic primary, should take a look at is how durable Hillary Clinton's poll numbers have been. If you look at them over
her favorite,
the course.
that may be.
Now wait, now Ford, on this question, other than Joe Biden, is there somebody, now everybody's talked about Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren has done everything but put up a billboard outside of her house and say, like, I'm not running now. Is there anybody that has name ID like Joe Biden? Is Joe Biden basically the last train out of the station if it's not Hillary Clinton?
He absolutely is. And then a lot of Democratic donors have to be thinking, what happens if she actually damages herself so much? The mere fact that as of today in this one poll, he's doing better or as well as Hillary in a general election matchup has to have them thinking, you need plan B in case Hillary tanks. Because remember, if Hillary tanks, it's going to be Hillary's fault.
Well, what I think people should be looking at is not the Quinnipiac poll. Look, the Quinnipiac poll is a mess. It's got a take Florida, you take Pennsylvania, two examples.
Well, I'm not saying it's predictive, but it's something.
It's something. It has 9% more Republican sample
here's the key.
And an 8% more Republican sample in the Pennsylvania poll.
Biden is polling 70, 80% of the votes that are out there that would be from Hillary.
Leaving aside the concerns about the sample on the Quinnipiac poll, Brad.
Leave aside Quinnipiac.
There's plenty of polling that shows trouble for the former First Lady, right?
I don't think there is.
I
don't think there is.
Wait.
Take the CNN poll from this week. She's above 50% against every Republican. She's beating Trump. She's beating Bush. She's beating Rubio.
6 points. Yep.
You know, and so she's ahead. Her favorability is higher than Trump's. Her favorability is higher than Jeb's. Everybody keeps talking about her favorability rating. It's better than the leading Republicans.
Well,
and she's beating.
She's 9 points underwater, and they're 20 points underwater.
She's beating every Democrat. Well, I would rather be her. Than
honesty and untrustworthiness keeps going up. I mean, you got to realize, can you stonewall for 400 days?
Well, let me hear Ford.
But she's still beating them.
That's fine. But what happens if she winds up basically destroyed? She cannot continue to stonewall for the next 400 days.
Well, why can't they have Martin O'Malley?
Yeah, why not?
Well, Martin O'Malley's getting the chance to make his case. Right. And look, I'll say this on the Democratic primary, whether it's Joe Biden or whether it's the rest of the field, Hillary Clinton's always said that the primary is going to be competitive.
Joe Biden has one key argument. He can say that he's better to carry on Obama's legacy than Hillary Clinton. If he can make that sell to the donors, he very well could get in this.
Most effective reintroducer of the phrase malarkey into the American political life is Joe Biden. Gentlemen, we thank you for passing on the malarkey today. And you, Internet, we thank you for stopping by. We hope you'll come back for more Power Play real soon.